Artificial intelligence is here to stay if you like it or not. And we're starting here today with Nutella. The people over at Nutella might have actually gone a bit nuts because they've hired a graphic design agency to try and turn this food product into a collector's item. And they've done this by using AI-aided graphic design. The graphic design agency, which is based in Italy, used an artificial intelligence algorithm to generate millions and millions of unique jar designs, which each have an individual code. Then consumers are meant to verify their code and, well, collect the jar, I guess. Not being funny or anything, but you're not going to find me actually collecting Nutella jars. Just saying. The 7 million jars were sold through the Italian supermarkets, where the design agency says they sold out in just 1 month. Also, the agency created an online television advertising campaign, and that was based around the packaging design of this pretty large project. It's just another classic case of a reputable design agency using algorithms as part of their design workflow. There's no doubt that it saved time, and of course, they still have the control over the final design product in their workflows. So again, at the moment, human designers are still the overlords, and it's not the other way around at the moment. Airbnb have actually also gone down the AI route, but for a completely different purpose. Learn about my recent educational adventure with the online community Skillshare, as well as how to get a 1-month free trial. Stay tuned until the very end of today's video. In case you didn't know, Airbnb has a .design version of their brand, and they're moving briskly into the design world. Airbnb Design are trying to get the time it takes to test an idea for a product or a design from hours and days down to 0 seconds. They're working on an AI that can take primitive whiteboard drawings and turn them into actual products instantly. Of course, theoretically, this would save insane amounts of time in a design process. The assumption is that once properly trained and fine-tuned, the AI is actually going to be able to recognize the standard hand-drawn designs and automatically render them into source code. To their surprise, the outcome whilst testing it was more than satisfactory. So the people over at Airbnb Design feel like artificial intelligence is going to be a huge part of the future design process, and it's going to be interwoven into design tools in the next 10 years. I would suggest that it's already happened, to be honest, but what has happened is that Netflix have even got into the AI game as well. But for them, it's all about the views. Maybe because Netflix faced a huge loss during the past year with their stock price plummeting, or maybe simply because they can. Netflix has been using AI to work out what kind of artwork to use for movies and series thumbnails that will trigger you guys, the viewers, the most. Essentially, they're just trying to work out what kind of layout of typography and imagery will make you click the next Tiger King documentary faster than another stock price sell-off. It's similar to how YouTubers spend hours and hours working out what thumbnails will work best for their videos. Losers. So brands are using AI and they're hiring design agencies that also use AI. Cool, but what does this mean to you and me? It comes down to the whole thing of adapting or just sink, basically. We graphic designers are in one of the fastest evolving industries out there. We need to keep an eye on what is going on in the industry and then learn the relevant skills and information to keep us in the groove. And one of the ways you can do that is by staying tuned to this channel right here, because here at Satori Graphics, we are going to be focusing on AI in some videos because, well, let's face it, it is part of the future of graphic design, so it does make sense to adapt, pivot, and to get to know the stuff. Instead of seeing artificial intelligence as a threat, realize that it will present a series of exciting opportunities for you and for designers alike. Leveraging those design opportunities is not going to happen by itself, but it will happen by designers learning the tech and working with AI, at least for the time being anyway. Now, I am personally looking forward to incorporating AI into my workflows. Not to ushering in our overlords as AI, but also speeding up my workflow, getting different perspectives on my ideas and my concepts. And I think probably that is the best approach at the moment to take AI as a graphic designer. I've recently been exploring things like Midjourney as a way to save myself some time in creating background images for videos or design projects, mockups, and also templates. And in honesty, also just having some fun, probably too much fun actually. And I'm also looking to find alternatives to Midjourney that are more kind of graphic based as opposed to the more artistic kind of style that we do see with Midjourney. But for now, I haven't found anything sufficient that works as I want it to. But there are a ton of AI-based design tools out there that have spawned out of nowhere recently, and you can see some of them right here. And to be honest, this is just the beginning. Things are going to get very interesting in the next 5 and 10 years in the graphic design space. And I think the trick is going to be keeping tabs on everything and seeing how the design space evolves and changes over time. And then of course pivoting and just changing with it. Now, if you're a Satori Graphics aficionado, you will know that I do love motion graphics. And that's exactly why I've taken a short but sweet class by Andrea on After Effects. But before I get into that, you might be wondering, what is Skillshare? Well, it's an online learning community with thousands of online classes with members across 150 countries, and they all come together to find inspiration and take the next step in their creative journey. I wanted to level up my motion graphics skills, and as you can see, I'm looking into the Adobe After Effects section right here. Now you can choose your experience level and importantly, the amount of time that you want to spend on a class. So if you are like me and you find yourself strapped of free time, you can easily choose the right class that suits your schedule. Anyway, I worked my way through this glitch effect and text animation class by Andrea, and it consisted of 4 different bite-sized lessons. I was really happy with how easy it was to follow and, well, check the results for yourself. And if you want to get the opportunity to explore the vast library of lessons on Skillshare across things like graphic design, motion graphics, 3D design and much more, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description box below will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. So further your education and expand on your skill sets with Skillshare. But if you want to see how artificial intelligence was used to brand an entire music festival, just click the video on screen. But until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.